up everybody? I'm Callie and welcome back to my channel. Now I know what you're probably thinking. Callie, what are we channeling today? And look, I'll be honest, I almost didn't make this video because for the past 30 plus minutes I was trying to braid the left side of my hair. Mind you, this side was done and I even stooped so low as to look at 2012 how to braid your hair videos. I was literally so frustrated that I wanted to cry and break things. So I finally gave up. Yay for giving up and not breaking things. And you know, just went with this, you know? Channeling my inner, I don't know, Britney Spears, long ponytail. I'm bringing it back, okay? We're bringing it back. So now that that's out of the way, let's get this video started, shall we?
Warning, this video may be longer than expected due to Callie's intense imagination and descriptive storytelling skills. We suggest you grab a snack and something to drink because you might be here a while. Please do not attempt any of the stunts mentioned in this video. Thank you. Now enjoy the story time.
You guys, I have no desire to be myself right now. I'm still just worked up about my hair. Like, it ruined my mood and I'm so upset that it took that long for me to still fail tremendously. Anyways, okay, hold on. I gotta get this energy out. Taco Bell. Lord, help me, someone. Mindful breathing, okay? Intentional breathing, intentional positive thoughts. I got this. Okay, let's go. So today's video is a story time. Yes. I like sharing my cringe-worthy, half-dead childhood stories with you. Okay, so on my previous channel, I started this little segment where I shared some very cringe and gruesome half-dead childhood stories with you, and today is yet another one. Alright, now that everyone is situated and has their snacks and drinks and snacks and an open mind, this near-death incident happened around the age of 6, I want to say. I was a little thing, a little curious being. Okay, so let me set the theme up for you. It is summertime. I'm 6 years old. I'm at my aunt's house for the summer. I would usually get sent there for at least a month out of my summer, and I loved it. It was so fun. They lived on a giant land. They lived on a giant area of land. They had acres and acres of orchards. I'm pretty sure it was like, what? Peaches, peach trees? I don't know. I don't remember. I was little. I don't know. Anyways, I'm out there having a great time. My uncle decides to take me out on his ATV. And behind their house was this levee. And if you don't know what a levee is, freaking Google it. Pretty much what it is this giant hill, and it overlooked the river that was behind their house as well. So here we go on our merry little way. Fearless me, don't got a damn in the world. I'm having fun, I'm enjoying my summer. We're doing things, we're living large. Literally, it was the largest ATV, four-wheeler, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever seen. And the reason it was such a larger four-wheeler is because he used it to work in his orchards. Not exactly certain of its intentional purpose in the orchards. I'm pretty sure it just pulled like a sprayer, water source. I don't know, it pulled something behind it in the orchards. They used it for work, so that's why it was large. It had to be heavy duty and durable and, you know, get the job done. So little old me, little shrimpy towhead Callie, 6 years old, little old me, I was in front of my uncle, and my uncle was on the larger scale. He was a typical hardworking, structured man. He's got the broad shoulders, you know, he works in the fields. He's a big farming man. Didn't live on a farm, but you get the gist of where I'm going. I really hope I'm in focus because I can't tell. We are going up the levee just to have some fun. Who doesn't want to have a little extra fun? We're up there on the ATV, and also his daughter and her friend decides, let's join them. And I can't quite pinpoint when or where they came into the picture and idea of our sense of fun. You know what I'm saying? It was our moment. We were enjoying ourselves, and here comes little Tweedledee Tweedledum, little Strawberry Shortcake and My Little Pony come trotting all over, trying to ruin our parade. And you know what? They successfully did. And you want to know how they successfully rained, poured, soaked, destroyed our parade of fun? Prepare yourself. Take a seat. Better swallow that popcorn before you choke on it. So, little Tweedledee Tweedledum, also on the little heftier size, got a little extra meat on them bones. They were growing teenagers, and one of them came from my broad uncle. So you can imagine she's a bigger girl. I'm not trying to bag on anyone here. I'm just saying little old me, shrimpy shrimp me, little shrimp biscuit, little wee Callie, 6 years old. Here comes these two girls. They think it's a wise idea. A wise idea to sit on the front of the ATV. Let me just clear up the hazy air for anyone who's still a little bit confused on the safety side of this situation. Okay? Two people sitting on the front of an ATV, four-wheeler. I know some of you are very bugged by the thought of it being called an ATV and not a four-wheeler. I know there's someone out there. It's me. So they're sitting on it, and little old me and my uncle are also on this thing. And we're on the side of a levee. And this levee is probably, I don't know, 15, 20 feet, you know, from where the ground and the orchard and the green grass and the bugs crawl, you know, safety. Quite a lengthy way from where the jolly good old memories happened. Now at the age of 6, you would think that I'm not quite evolved and or matured in the brain and probably doesn't have much common sense, but I did, okay? And as soon as they sat in front of my precious little view, I knew everything in my body said this is not a good idea. Not at all. And I know my uncle was thinking the same thing. And I know this because he actually told them to remove themselves from the four-wheeler. Because he and myself feared for our lives. Now, I'm not trying to just sound dramatic. I mean, I kind of am, to keep you involved, to keep you entertained. But in all seriousness, we were gonna die. And you wanna know why we were gonna die? Well, let me just, hold on, let me just readjust. We were gonna die because at this point my uncle has decided that he wants to turn us around. You know, that's fine and dandy if they would have listened to him, but no, they refused to get off of the ATV. So this leaves us with one of two options. Either we die or we die. And, well, I'm still alive, so there may have been 3 options. So, we decide we're going this way. Here's the edge of the levee, here's the edge of the levee. Either you're going off the edge of the levee to the right, or you're going off the edge of the levee to the left, into the river with crocodiles, or into the orchard full of wasps and bees. Now, neither choice seemed socially acceptable, but you know, it was one or the other. By now, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. So we started to turn to the right. And at this point, my mom, my aunt, and my sister, and maybe my brother, I'm not sure, were in the car and they were going to town to do whatever. So here we are on the levee. Here's the orchard. And over here in the distance is the driveway and the house. So my sister, you know, blatantly remembers looking out of the window. And every time we bring up this story, she says the same thing. Like, she knew looking out of that window, like, something's about to go wrong. You can just tell by looking at the situation, something is not what it's supposed to be. So if I was 6, my sister was 16, so she's in the car looking out to the left of us, seeing this happen in slow motion. Seeing what happened in slow motion, Callie? My uncle starts to turn the ATV, and it may not have been his actual intent to go down the side of the levee, but at this point these two lovely Tweedledee and Tweedledum did not get off of the ATV fast enough. He's starting to push them off because we start tipping. We are now tipping down the side of the levee. My sister's watching this, and as she sees this, she starts to panic. And while the car is moving, she opens the door. People are freaking out. I don't know, I wasn't in the car, I was over here. After she opens the door, she jumps out of the moving car, awesome, and she runs through the orchard. At this point, my mom and my aunt, whoever was in the car, see what's taking place and takes a hard left, is yelling at Courtney to get in the car. I don't know if she got in the car, I'm pretty sure she didn't, I'm pretty sure she just kept on running. Run, Forrest, run! And at this point, your girl's lights are out. And this may be a natural reaction to harmful environments because I do this anytime I'm about to get injured or die. I black out, and I guess it's maybe for my own good. I don't know, seems a little dangerous, but probably for the better. At the point of us tipping down the levee, my uncle pushes my cousin and her friend off. Sorry. But here we are with this giant ATV rolling, about to roll on top of us. Now, if it was just me by myself on that thing, I would have died. It would have squished me, squished my little soft head, killed me. I wouldn't be here today to tell the story. But because my uncle was on it and he's such a strong-willed man, he prevented it from squishing me, so he took the crush of it on his shoulder while he sheltered me and kept it from squishing me. I still got squished by him, but he initially took all of the weight of that ATV and used every bit of his strength to keep it from killing me. Thank you. Thank you kindly. So fast forward, we are now in the car. I am still unconscious. My mom's freaking out. She thinks I'm dead, but they can still feel me breathing. But I am unconscious. I am blacked out. I've left the building. I said, no, thank you. This is a bit too stressful and traumatic. I think I'm gonna take a nap. I think I'm gonna just sit this one out, you guys. And at this point, they don't notice the zipper to my jacket was in my neck. And you can see right here, I still have the scar from my stitches right here. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's right there. And because of this injury, my neck and jawline looks like this, whereas the other side looks all nice. And that, my friends, is because I fractured my jaw. So while in the midst of being squished, but not entirely squished, I fractured my jaw, and the zipper to my jacket went in the side of my neck, just barely missing my jugular. I could have died from that impact alone, you know? So the next thing I remember is being in the hospital, standing up, and the doctors telling me to place myself into this x-ray machine so they can get an x-ray of my jaw. You're funny. You think that I would deliberately place my pulsating jaw in this machine so that you can swirl a little x-ray machine around it? No, thank you. I was just in this excruciating pain. I felt like death. Either they put me down, not entirely, but they gave me some kind of drug to knock me out so that they can get an x-ray, and then they put in some stitches there where the zipper went into my neck, and after a few days they dissolved. But I had to rest in the hospital for maybe a week or so. I'm not exactly sure. If my mom was here, she would know, but she hates when I bring up this story. It makes her really emotional, which I can understand, but just saying, I don't have all the facts. I had to be on bed rest because I was like temporarily paralyzed, which is strange, but I guess it was just such a traumatic event to my body at that time that everything just decided, no, we are not moving. You're gonna have to carry us. So I remember my mom having to pick me up out of the bed to use the restroom. The only good thing about this situation was the fact that I was fed ice cream and Jell-O. So you can imagine, as a kid, that's about the only thing you look forward to in the hospital. And also being visited by your family. Now the next thing I'm about to reveal to you may boggle your mind more than this story may have already. It may twist your insides a little sideways. And I'm not trying to push on any religious beliefs on anyone, but this personally and truthfully is what happened next. At one point, I woke up and I told my mom I saw my guardian angel. She had long curly hair like my mom's friend Janice at the time. And she was beautiful. She had soft brown skin and she had these beautiful massive wings. You wouldn't think at that age a child could remember a dream so vividly and remember it clearly enough to tell their mom when they woke up. Again, I'm not 100% sure on if this was within the same time frame or it was another day, but when I woke up, I told my mom that I went to heaven. I don't know why I'm getting emotional now. I'm just still a little worked up about my hair. I remember walking down this massive hallway and it seemed to go on forever until I reached this door on the left side and I hear chattering and it sounded like a gathering. So I open the door with all my little might. I enter the room and it's just like the Last Supper. And I remember walking in, and as soon as I walked in, everyone stopped talking and they all turned to look at me. And I didn't know what to think or what to do or what to say, but then Jesus flagged me down. Yes, Jesus himself said, "Come on in, take a seat, Callie." So I come over, I sit in this massive chair at this massive table full of delicious steamy food. And right in front of me are my favorite types of food. Corn, white rice, some chicken, just a delicious variety of food everywhere. He sat there just smiling down on me with this grin that was so welcoming. And I can't really remember anything else except that after I finished eating, he walked me back to the door, and at that moment I knew I had to go back. I don't want to sound like I'm making this up, but I really can't in this moment remember if this is the point where my guardian angel came and took me back to the hospital. But I remembered so vividly, and you can ask my mom. I wish she was here, either her or my sister right now, to, you know, fact check me on this, but for the most part, I know I remember it so vividly, and it's still just such an overwhelming thought to wrap my head around. And I don't know if it was real or if it was a dream, but it felt so real, and I just don't see why a kid at that age would dream something like that for no reason, you know? Like, it wasn't like in the hospital room there was the Last Supper painted on the wall or, you know, anything weird like that. It just happened. And I think I honestly believe that it was real. And I may sound crazy and you may not believe me, but that's honestly okay, because everything in my heart tells me that it was a real experience. And I think people are able to reach realms like that when they're, you know, close to death. So yeah, that was it. That's the story. That's a ribbity wrap. Woo! I prefer dirt bikes, and it could be because I am traumatized from four-wheelers, but I think that dirt bikes in a sense are safer because, you know, you're more one-on-one with the bike, your legs are stuck to it, whereas four-wheelers, it's like, whoa, we could tip this way, we could tip that way. And I don't really like them. I'm like losing my voice after that. It was a mouthful. Whew! And I'm getting hot. These lights are hot. It's hotter than a witch's titty. Woo! So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, well then you just don't got a heart, do you? You just don't got a heart. Because if you did, you would give it a thumbs up. Because, you know, if I didn't survive, I wouldn't even be here telling this story to you guys. If you guys want to see more storytime videos, leave me a comment below. And if you've ever had any near-death experiences that you'd like to share with me, you can leave those down below. And yeah, it has been an odd day, to say the least. It had to happen, I guess. Lesson learned. Thank you to my uncle for saving my life. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to be the best version of yourself today and to always inspire and spread love and positivity, because that is what the world needs from us. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for watching and supporting. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!